Oh, what is up? What is up? What is up, Yankee Universe? Welcome back to another episode of the Pre-Game Report. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, joined by my compañeros this evening. I got my guy, Mr. Jiggerman Porto, and then I got my guy, Damian Serrano. Fellas, how are we doing?
Man, much better today.
I gotta tell you, the beat, Hector, like, I know I always come in like this, but I feel like it's the salsa version for the pregame. What up, David?
I think it's the perfect song to get us hyped up, you know, right?
It is. Absolutely. Yo, got me in the car. I'm back in the car.
Doing this in his natural setting.
Yes.
When you see Damien outside of the car, it's like, while Damien is out in the wild.
It feels different when Damien's out in the wild. But we got Damien back in the car. Everything is back to regular schedule program. But the Yankees lost, and Yankees got an early game today out there in Arizona. The game's at 3:30, so we got to talk about it. After losing out to Zach Gallen, Yankees are trying to win the last game of this 3-game stretch before they come back home. So I'll throw it over to you. Let us get your take from last night's bludgeoning from the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-0.
Something just started playing in my ear, so that's awesome. The ad is playing something.
Nice.
Hold on. I found it. All right, it's gone.
There you go.
Look, I feel like last night's game was just like, bleh. You know what I mean? Like, there was just no excitement to it. Like, I kept trying to convince myself that Aaron Judge was going to have that moment and be like, you know what? Today's the night. I'll carry the team. And everything just felt flat, right? We had that one moment. Damon, I talked to you about it. We had that one moment where you saw Waldo. You saw Volpe like, oh, here we go. And then it was like, poof, nothing. I fought tooth and nail to stay up all night. Like, it was just that kind of boring game. And I know we'll dig into Nestor because we got to have a conversation on that there. But go ahead, Damien.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man, I try to stay awake. 8th inning, I said, I'm tapping out. I'm done. I can't watch this no more. I got no hope. The bats were asleep. Man, Nestor was Nestor, unfortunately. But yo, today's a new day. So let's go. We got Merrill Kelly. We got a chance to still win the series. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. Let's go, fellas.
Sierra wants to know, shout out to Sierra, why is Damien always in a car? Does he work at a car dealership? What you need to know, Damian Serrano, he's a private investigator. My guy be out there. He be solving different cases left and right. No, but shout out to Damien. He has to be in a car. Sierra, it's a part of the contract. We negotiated
his contract at this
point, when he joined us, you know?
The last time I wasn't in the car, I was being questioned. Why are you not in the car? Oh, man.
Let's do a little roll call. Shout out everybody else. We got close to 50 people in the building rocking with us right now. We got NFE the Strike Zone in the building. Our friend Sunil is in the building. Like I said, Sierra, who says, let's go Yankees. My guy, Chris N from Yankees Pod is in the building. And of course, my brother NFE is in the building as well. All you Yankee fans that are out there, please smack the like button and hit that subscribe button. We're trying something new with this pregame report. Like I said, we're going to be rocking out from 3 o'clock to 3:30 because the Yankees play at 3:40. So with that being said, so do you got the box score? Can you bring up from last night's game so we could talk about it? So when you see from the Yankees side of things, we're not going to even look at Arizona, but for the Yankees, only had 2 hits, right? One hit was from Juan Soto, and the other one was from Oswaldo Cabrera and Anthony Volpe. So 3 hits on the night. Zach Gallen, top pitcher in the National League. He held our offense quiet.
Time
6
out.
innings.
Joseph Stingo, welcome to the Familia. Hello, I'm a new subscriber, so here we go. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Joseph.
Welcome Joseph.
To the fam. Guys in the chat, welcome Joseph to the Familia over here at the Brew Crew Sports. But no,
and JT programs go. There you
go. Shout out to JT also, who says, let's finish this road trip on an even better note. Absolutely. But when you look at Zach Gallen, 6 innings, 3 hits, no unruns, 6 Ks, 3 walks. Top pitcher in the National League last year, like I said. And then when you look at Nestor Cortes, he had a sloppy and rocky first inning. He gave up 3 runs over 5 innings overall, 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. I'll throw it over to you, Damien. Give us your take when it comes to both sides, the Yankees offense and Nestor Cortes. And then afterwards, throw it over to Celso, and then I'll give my take.
I think, with Nesta, he's got to figure it out. I think with Nesta, him and Trevi got to figure out their pitch mix. They continue to come out with the same game plan, and it's not working, obviously. When you got the first innings consistently becoming an issue with Nesta. So far, obviously, only 2 starts. Both starts, he gave up runs in the first inning. So I think him and Trevi need to go back to the lab, figure out the correct pitch mix, switch it up. Obviously, the hitters are looking for the cutter, and then they're working off of that. So kind of in a sense, start pitching backwards. And that's start out with your soft stuff, then working your cutter, your fastball. So they got to figure that out. I think if they figure that out and they can work on this pitch mix and kind of pitch backwards instead of what they're doing right now, I think Nesta could be okay. After the first inning, he obviously, he locks it down. 6th inning, he probably should have never been out in the 6th inning. Boone should have tapped him out after that 5th. So I think Boone kind of held him out to dry a little bit, bringing him back out there. Even though his pitch count was low, Nesta wasn't clean really in not many innings. You know what I mean? So he definitely should have. I think he went out there way too long. And then you got the offense. They were asleep. I mean, what can you say? They had a great first 5 games. Obviously, at some point, games like last night are going to happen. You walk into a Zach Gallen, who we should have. We had him on the ropes first couple of innings. He couldn't find the strike zone to save his life, and we just never came up with the big hit. So that was the bottom line. But listen, Mama said there's going to be days like this. So we got today.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead,
That's the thing, right? Is after you go 5-0, you can stomach a loss like yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Where the bats weren't alive, because the bats have been alive for 5 games in a row, which was a world of difference compared to last season. Right. Absolutely. So we can stomach yesterday. Is there any reason to really be concerned yet and all that? No, it's a small sample size when it comes to Nestor. But again, we've been talking about it all off season. He's a big question mark. And I feel like there still hasn't been any answers for that when it comes to what we're going to get from Nestor. I agree he pulled it together, but that's what kind of leads me to, I've only seen 2 minor mistakes so far from Boone. One, last night, kept him in a little too long, should have pulled him, and I think he took Hill out a little too early, right? If he would have done the opposites on those 2, I think different outcomes. But, Nestor, I think we've seen it before. When he gives it up early, it's like he needs that to then lock in.
Absolutely.
Right? How do we get him to lock in before you give up the run? Stop making it that you have to be in the pressure situation. Go into it as a pressure situation. Absolutely. But, I mean, again, guys, if we would have won last night, we'd be sitting here talking about, and Judge didn't even perform yet. Right?
Yeah,
again, there's a loss where, hey, everybody wasn't able to produce, but you still got to be happy about seeing Volpe get another one. You got to be happy about seeing Soto get another one. Waldo. Hey, is Waldo in the lineup today? I know we're going to talk about the lineup, but is that another day that we're seeing Waldo? Right?
Exactly.
The kid's earned it, and we keep seeing that from him. So, nothing to be so upset on the timeline. Oh, it's over. No, we're not there, guys. It's, shit happens, and you got to lose some.
You could be the Blue Jays and get no hits, so.
Exactly. Jokingly, when we were backstage, I was saying it. I was like, the season's over. Trade Juan Soto. Aaron Judge is washed. Fire Brian Cashman. Fire Aaron Boone. We lost the game. But no, like you said, so 5-1 to start the season. A solid start to it. Obviously, we want to win this next game so we can come out the gate. Winning the first 2 series, going back to Yankee Stadium, 6-1 for the opening day. That's Friday, which your boy's going to be in the building. I'm going to be in the building opening day this Friday. All you Yankee fans out there, if you guys are going to be at the stadium for opening day, let me know. Hit me up. I would like to link up with a lot of the Yankee lunatics that are out there. But no, when it comes down to it, I want to bring this lineup up again just to go through it. Juan Soto still hitting 417. Anthony Volpe hitting 529. Oswaldo Cabrera hitting 409. I understand seeing Aaron Judge with a 125 batting average. Anthony Rizzo, 182. Giancarlo Stanton, 150. Verdugo, 143. I get that. I understand that. You guys want to see those guys get up to the plate and do some damage. But how many times last year we were a team that was built, if Aaron Judge hits, we win. We're not that team anymore. We got other guys that can step up, especially when you look at Juan Soto and the effect that he has had on this lineup. the fact that you got Oswaldo Cabrera coming out and saying openly, listen, I follow that guy around and I learned some stuff from him. James Rosen, the new hitting coach, he said it. He has that type of tool when other guys, they could just gravitate to him. They want to watch him in BP and they could just learn just from watching him. And obviously he talks with his teammates. He communicates with his teammates. And I think so far for the first 5 games, you got to like what you're seeing from the offense with the struggles from Judge, Stanton, Verdugo, and Rizzo.
It's funny, right? As you said that, and I saw Spooky Myers in there, and he put Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Verdugo are 13 for 87. Exactly. They're not even turning it on at all yet. Like, at all. We're happy that we were getting a double and a home run so far from Stanton. Like, that's where we are, right? Exactly. And we have to appreciate that. Right, so I love that, but I don't love the ending to that. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's something that needs to change.
Take it off.
I want to highlight some more people that are in the chat. My friend Sierra, if you guys missed it, Sierra was with our friend Nathan Ramachandra in the NNR hour. It was a great conversation. Make sure you guys go and check that out because Sierra, one, is an amazing person that I met on Yankees Twitter, but at the same time, they are a very knowledgeable baseball fan. And when it comes to the Yankees, it's just great conversations. Shout out to Sierra. Shout out to my guy Joseph Stingone in the chat. Sorry about that, Joseph. But Joseph said, I'm from South Miami. Shout out to you being a Yankee fan in Miami, holding it down for the people. Ciara says, I need to be a creator like my guy Celso. Be like Celso. Absolutely. Because Jacob Petruzzi said, Celso, 3 shows in 5 hours. My guy Celso is a lunatic. And talking about lunatics, Celso, positivity in the morning. Make sure you guys tune in at 9 a.m. Shameless plug. I just got to put that out there for my guy because he's my friend. I love him and I like that new show.
The world needs the energy.
In the building. What it do, my guy? We mentioned him this morning. Brill and Sean from Nick's Wall coming to do a little postseason show. The shift, Joe.
Joe, I miss you, Joe. Why don't you answer my phone calls, Joe? Joe, why do you don't like me no more, Joe? I want to do Yankee content with you, Joe. You don't answer my phone calls. I send you messages on the PlayStation Network. You don't even accept my friend invites for Fortnite. What is going on, Joe? I love you.
It's Stingoni, like macaroni. I like Stingoni.
I like that.
Hey, Joseph, you have
Stingoni, huh?
He has to show up every show just so we go, Stingoni's in the building. I love it. Love it. Guy, Daniel Barry.
Daniel Barry Sports Highlights is in the building. So do you have because we got to talk about the umpire, right? And I wanted to we got to talk about the umpire. We have the grading from the umpire from last night's game, and I just want to put it out there. Yes, we can complain about the umpires or the referees or whatever officiating you want to complain about, the NBA, NFL, MLB. I get that. The players need to perform at the end of the day, but it doesn't help our players when you have umpires who are not calling it properly. And when you look at the umpire's grade from last night, when it comes to his missed calls, he had 10 incorrect calls from last night, 10 incorrect pitches from last night. I get it. He saw over 200 pitches, maybe. I understand that, but 10 incorrect calls. When you look at his accuracy, normally MLB standards, they want the umpires to be at a 95 when it comes to their games. This umpire last night was at a 94. He was below league standards when it comes to accuracies from the umpire. So whether it's robot umps in the future, whether it's human umpires right now, whatever it is, they got to clean it up because that call to Aaron Judge, that is unacceptable. And that was the most frustrated, visibly frustrated I've ever seen Aaron Judge. I thought he was gonna get thrown out. First, I thought Juan Soto was gonna get thrown out, and second, I thought Judge was gonna get thrown out. Damian, what's your thoughts? And then throw it over to the handsomest fly guy over there, Celso.
Like you said, absolutely unacceptable. When you never see any emotion out of Judge like that ever. Thanks. So when Judge throws the bat and he reacts that way, you know it's a bad call. In fact, the umpire looked and was like, damn, that must have been a bad call. Judge never acts like this. So at some point, MLB, whoever it is, they have to start holding these guys accountable at some type of level. We can't continue to have it, whether it's the Yankees game, whether it's a Met game, whether it's a LA Dodger game. It's unacceptable. You can't continue to have it. It's been worse and worse every single season, from the last Diaz's to the guy last night to Hernandez, just to name a few that we all know. And if we know their names, it's not a good thing, especially when it comes to the umpires. So at some point, MLBPA, the MLB, somebody has to start holding these guys accountable, whether it's by fines, whatever the case is, but some accountability has to be taken, because none has been done. Nothing's ever been done. And it's going to continue to happen until some type of accountability happens.
There's two things I'll say on it. So one, it's nice when you got a captain like Judge, right? Who doesn't show his ass all the time, right? So us as fans, when you're sitting there like you were last night, like, what is this guy calling? What is that? And then Judge reacts. It felt like you were like, huh, see, the captain agrees, right? Makes you question every other time we bitch and complain that he does it. You're like, all right, maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But the other thing is, I always laugh when we look at those pitching reports, because we complain about them. They give us these numbers, but then they have a consistency grade. And it's like, wait, we all agree that they were horrible, so they were consistently shit, and we're grading them for being consistently shit. So I would love to go, like, just do a history of, like you said, ones you know their names, and look at what their consistency factor is. Because I feel like that should be a new category. Consistency and shit consistency. The guy was a mess last night, bro. It really was.
Terrible.
But one of those ones you can't really put on him anyways, because we still weren't doing the shit.
And it wasn't even on both sides of the ball, because it was opposite. The Yankees were getting the terrible calls, and Arizona was getting the calls when they were balls. So it wasn't even consistent to that level. I could accept it if it's being called fairly on both sides, but last night was atrocious. It was not even being called.
Even with the horrible officiating that we're talking about right now, even with all that, I appreciate the fact that our hitters didn't try to change their game because of the umpire. They still went to the plate and was like, you know what? I'm still going to take pitches. I'm still going to try to work the count. Even though it didn't go in their way, you got some guys striking out, looking at that third pitch. Even though it did not go their way, I appreciate the fact that they did not try to adjust to the umpire and that ruin and get in their head, because I want to see guys go out there tonight with a different umpire and still have the same game plan. I understand first 7 games so far of the season, we've gotten umpires that were more hitter friendly than pitching friendly, like the guy last night. So let's see when it comes to this umpire tonight, if he's more hitting friendly or pitching friendly. I don't have the name of the umpire. I'll go look it up real quick, because so I think there's one more thing that I sent you. I think the lineup for today. So let's look at the lineup. Let me shout out some more people. My friend Erica from Yankees Twitter is in the building. Que lo que hay? Erica, hope all is well.
Great job.
Shanti is in the building.
Erica.
Our friend Shanti. Great job on the show, Erica, as well. Thank you so much. Of course, our friend Shanti, definitely appreciate Shanti. Joseph says bad call and the batters usually sparks good and locked in hitters. Absolutely. So let's see what happens with that tonight.
Heck, I'm going to pull up the lineup. I'll read through it. If you want to start pulling up what the over-unders are, I'd love to know what the numbers are for.
I'll look it up right now.
All right, let's look at the batting order, Damian. We got leading off Torres. We got Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Volpe, Verdugo. I hope you wake up today, Verdugo. Cabrera, Wells, Grisham, Rodon. Okay, how we feeling, Damian?
I like it. Defense is going to be on target with Grisham out there in center field. Judgey obviously at DH. Torres, obviously he's at a, we all talking about everybody else in this lineup. Torres is at a slow start. He definitely, being a leadoff hitter, he's got to start stepping it up. We got to see more out of Judgey, obviously, but I think, Judgey's hit the ball hard a few times. Judgey's going to snap out of this here soon. Hopefully it's tonight. And then other than that, the biggest thing is Waldo. Waldo's still there. No John Birdie.
Still there, bro.
Waldo's still there. He's earned it. He should not be taken out. He's young, so there's no reason to rest him. There should be no rest days for the kid. And, again, he's earned it. So keep giving him the ball. Keep giving him the bat.
I want to bring this one up because I kind of agree with Spooky Myers. And, again, small sample size, but with what we've seen so far, but I kind of agree with him. Verdugo, he doesn't see him as a 6th hole guy. I feel like he's not leadoff. He should be 8th or 9th. right? What we're getting, and let's not take away, Verdugo defensively has been great, I think, for us.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I think he's showing
Amazing
it.
defensively.
Exactly. His post game stuff, his interviews with the media, amazing. Like he's bought in everything. The bat hasn't turned on yet. Do you guys agree, or have we not even seen enough to even decide 6, 7, 8, 9? We haven't seen really anything from him yet.
It's tough. It's tough because you got to think if DJ LeMahieu was healthy in this lineup, DJ would be the leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Then you would have Soto, you would have Judge, then you would have Rizzo, and then you would have Torres, and then you would have Verdugo, and then Stanton, and so on and so on. The fact that you have Stanton hitting in front of Verdugo, and there's nobody behind Verdugo. Yes, you have Volpe behind, Verdugo, but you could pitch around Verdugo to get to Volpe, even though Volpe has been killing it. I think when it comes to Verdugo, I think he should be in the leadoff spot, but it's hard to have him in the leadoff spot because the Yankees want to have that versatility of right, left going down the lineup, and having Verdugo at the top of the lineup, two lefties against an opposing team. He's just setting it up easy in the ninth inning late in the game for the opposing manager to try to game plan against you.
You can tell Doogie's starting to press too.
I saw people already talking on social yesterday, Heck, about what do people think about Volpe going to the leadoff and Glaber going down.
As of right now, right, I want to keep Volpe where he's at. Right,
Correct.
It's just 7. It's 6 going into the 7th game. It's working right now. Let Volpe just be Volpe and let him eventually do. Could I see Volpe being the leadoff hitter? Absolutely. Maybe in the month of August, or maybe in the month of September. But for the month of April right now, let Volpe just get comfortable being that 7th hitter, being that 6th or 8th hitter, depending on where he's at in the lineup. Let him be comfortable. Let him build off that confidence. And who knows, maybe at the All-Star break, maybe Anthony Volpe is leading off for this team. But as of right now, I want to just keep Volpe where he's at. Let him build on that confidence.
No added pressure.
Just one more thing when it comes to Verdugo, I wanted to add, and Erica brings it up. He's making enough impact without making contact to get runners on and moving them over or moving them around the bases. Absolutely. And that's spot on right there.
Yeah, he helps manufacture some of those runs in those first 5 games.
Absolutely.
That counts for something. Like, again, you got to look at the small ball stuff. We talked about
small wins.
Yeah, we talked about the other day, right? A sack fly. We don't give it all the credit it needs, but shit, sign me up. You give me sack flies, you're doing something right.
Last season, we could have used and wanted a lot of those sack flies.
A lot of those. Okay?
We were praying for sack flies last season. Just saying.
So when you look at the matchup, right, when it comes to the game odds and the betting line, if any of you guys, if that interests you, just pay attention. And like always, if you got to bet, always bet responsibly. Bet with your brain. Never your heart. Never try to bet the mortgage or anything like that. Shout out my guy Richie Rivera in the chat. But when it comes to the betting line for today, the New York Yankees are favored at a -125. Arizona is +105. The over and under for the game is 8.5 runs. When you look at the matchup predictor from ESPN.com, they have the Arizona Diamondbacks favored 63.7% to the Yankees 36.3. We got Carlos Rodon on the mound for the Yankees, and Merrill Kelly is on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Like always, I'm going to go with the Yankees, but when it comes to the over and under 8.5, I think we can see over 8 runs in tonight's game, especially when you look at both Merrill Kelly and Carlos Rodon. They've had amazing first starts of the season, both of them respectively, but we all know last year, Carlos Rodon, Merrill Kelly was also solid last year, but still, I can see over 8.5 runs.
Merrill Kelly reminds me of Nestor Cortez, meaning as far as this is a guy that played in Japan, didn't make it in the majors for a number of years, got shipped out, came back, did his thing, and this is Merrill Kelly where he's at right now. So somebody that does remind me of a Nestor Cortez trajectory as far as their career goes. So absolutely, over 8 runs. Yes, this is a huge start for Rodon. Build off of those 4 innings. Let's see him get into the 5th, get through 5. And continue the velo and continue working that cutter, see if it evolves. And I got the Yankees up. I got the Yankees winning tonight. So the bats got to wake up, though. Judge got to wake up.
For people that aren't familiar with Merrill Kelly, last year in 30 games that he started and pitched, he had a 12-8 record with a 3.29 ERA and a 1.19 WHIP. So this is not a guy who is a total, cakewalk.
He pitched great in the playoffs too.
I'd say us walking away with the W, obviously, right? We took the hiccup
Obviously.
yesterday, bounce back. Whether that's the homer pick or not, I'm still saying we're winning, right? I wish I could sit here, though, and like literally be like, I'm taking the under. Because today will be like the return of Carlos Rodon that we all hope for. Like, I wish I had a little bit of that in me to actually say it and mean it, and then not expect to get murdered and laughed at the next day right here on the pregame report tomorrow. Like, I want that. So I would hope we can see something like that, right? Because again, another one, if he locks in early, it's going to be great for us. If he doesn't, but if we give up those early runs with Rodon, you never know what you're getting. So I hate to say it. I agree. We're probably going to see the over the 8.5 runs on this one. Yep.
Yeah. And my guy Patrick Sinclair in the chat says,
I took Yankees money line, so we'll probably lose by 10.
Thank you, Spooky, for that one. But
Spooky,
Patrick
let me know all the ones you
not.
take so I can put money when you do bet, all right?
My guy Chris said 7-2 for the Yanks. I like that one. Put your predictions down there in the chat. Patrick Sinclair said, in my opinion, Merrill Kelly is who we hope Clark Smith would be one day. Listen, if Clark Smith could turn into Merrill Kelly, I'll take that as a number 5 or number 4 starter in a rotation. I'll take that all day. We got Elisa Serrano is in the building. Gotta love this Spider-Man with the kid.
Yo, real quick, I just want to shout out my baby girl because she was at the Rays game today, ROTC. She was there for the national anthem, doing color guard. So shout out to you, baby girl. Even though you had a Rays game, shout out to you.
Congrats first. I apologize. I'm sorry that you had to be in that enemy territory because I saw that stadium. That is a dump. But congratulations. I'm sure you killed it, girly. Way to go. Proud of you. That's dope.
And shout out to Sierra, who is the president of the Clark Smith fan clubs. Clark Smith is a dog all day, every day.
Here's the bet of the night from Sierra. Yankees 100-0. Shit. Yeah. That is the statement right there, followed by it's 5 o'clock somewhere. You've been drinking. You've been drinking. Shout everybody spreading the love out to your daughter, Amanda Arnold in the building. Shout out to baby girl.
We got over 120 people in the building still rocking with us. So if you guys can, please share us out on every other different social media, whatever you guys are watching it, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, or whether it's over here on YouTube. Please share us. Help us get more viewers into the building. If you guys are on YouTube, help us run the likes up. Smack that like button for your boys. And if you could donate by buying us a coffee, hitting us with a super chat, we definitely appreciate it because we got to keep the lights on over here at Morning Brew Sports. And we have our 1-year anniversary coming up. Our 1-year anniversary is coming up. April 15th is going to be amazing. If you guys are a Knicks fan, April 17th. Do you want to tell them who we got coming on, Sos?
Oh, we got all kinds. We got Begley coming on the 17th. Little Ian Begley action. We got Dexter Henry this Friday. We always got things going on, and that's why we're trying to convince you. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, buy us coffee so I can do 30 shows a day. What is the over/under on hitting a home run? Is that an option tonight?
On Judge hitting a home run, I could look it up real quick on my FanDuel app. Shout out to FanDuel.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
DraftKings out. Shout out to DraftKings also.
It's
I got
bad.
both
What
FanDuel and DraftKings.
We talked about it. Well, Hector and I talked about it. We're going to try to do it next week, but we've always joked about putting up some stuff in the poll so you guys can fill out the parlay and we'll make it the Morning Brew pot. So we'll start that next week where people can be like, add this to the parlay and we'll vote it and you guys will fill out the tickets and we'll see if Hector's smarter or if the chat is smarter. We'll find out.
Thanks.
I would like to point out I am not gambling at all. All right, because we're broke ass.
It's only with my money that people gamble with. Only my money for some reason.
Oh man,
Damon, tonight has to be the night, man. I need a Judge Homer, bro.
I need one. I need it. I need a Judgy. I need it. But no, listen, Judge is gonna be okay, man.
It's a plus 1100. I don't know what that is when you translate it to normal English. What's a plus 1100 for a home run?
Not much money. Not much money. Well, you win a dollar on $100 maybe?
I don't know. But the game starts in 10 minutes. My final score for tonight, over and under is 8.5. I'm going with 10 runs tonight. So I have the game final score 6-4. Yankees win over the D-backs. We come back home to start the season 6-1. Yankees opening day this Friday.
Let's go.
You guys ready for some baseball? We had that. Look at that. Look at
look at Chris. Look at Chris. Chris got
What?
it. Chris is a generic gambler that's in the building. 1 to 11, 10 to 110. And guess what? I still have no idea what the fuck that means.
It means the odds are 8.33%. So it's $12 when converted. It's, you know, and you carry over the way the 12 and my bank account is set up. And guys, I was about to say, up until this second, look how good we're getting at this shit. Right at the 30-minute mark. Like, we literally all go, fill our drinks, take a shit, do whatever you got to do, and let's go watch the Yankees game. Joe Saucedo.
Let's
go.
go.
He says, California Yankee fan, hate the Dodger blue. We need to make a statement before going back home, Joe. You hit it right on the head. And I think that's the perfect way to get out of here from my guy, Joey Saucedo. Joey Saucedo.
That's it. On that note, we're out of here. Deuces!